No time for distractions. No time to allow the mind to focus on anything other than your relaxation right now. So I want you to find a super comfortable place and let yourself fully indulge in total and utter uncompromised relaxation. I'll give you just a moment to do that. How are you getting on? Good. Well, I can see that you're ready to focus. So all I need you to do is listen to my voice. And we're just going to be having a very gentle, calm talk. And I want you to know that this is a safe space and a calm space just for you. And whilst we don't live in a silent world, and you may hear some outside noises such as cars or planes, perhaps even some nature, please rest assured that this is your space to tunnel in just on my voice and learn to zone out all those other everyday noises. I know sometimes that can be really hard, can't it? Really hard. We live in such a noisy world. You may be lucky enough to live somewhere very quiet, but if you're living somewhere surrounded by lots of other houses and cars and places people are going, then you're going to experience a much higher level of noise. And sometimes when you feel a little bit anxious or stressed, or you're struggling to relax, those noises kind of eat away at you and make you feel much more tense. I completely understand. And by doing what you're doing right now, taking the time to learn how to almost reprogram how your mind thinks is a really good step. Just by focusing completely on me and not on any of the distractions around you, you're taking the right first step into a more relaxed way of living. Sometimes does it feel like you're on a treadmill? Things feel a little bit much. That's completely normal. I think we're programmed to always be thinking of our next step, how we can better ourselves and better what we're doing, and really how we can better others. But this competitive nature that's built into us can sometimes be so toxic to our minds. It stops us from enjoying all the little moments that we have in our everyday and practicing gratitude. I want you to think right now of 3 things that you're really grateful for. If you've listened to me before, you'll be aware that this is something that I like to do, and it can be anything at all. It can be the fact that you love going to sleep in your nice comfortable bed. It can be that you're grateful for your sense of humour. It can be that you really love your walk to work. Anything at all that makes you feel grateful and puts a smile on your face. I want you to focus on 3 things right now. Sometimes when our minds become a little bit distracted, we can find that it's almost like a washing machine, going round and round and round all these thoughts, and sometimes those thoughts spiral into negative thinking and we become overwhelmed. And that leaves less space for lovely thoughts like these feelings of gratitude. And I want you to almost picture these thoughts filling up your mind like a balloon, and in doing so pushing all those other distracting thoughts away. You don't need any of these other thoughts. All you need to do right now is focus on my voice and focus on you. You're doing so well. By the end of this, you're going to be feeling so much more relaxed and able to process those thoughts in a much healthier way. With the warmer weather upon us, sometimes this can affect people's moods as well. Whilst most of us really enjoy the summer weather, for some people it can cause anxiety and stress. Often it can be busier outside, and often this can cause a distraction to your day, again leading to those cluttered, busy thoughts. By doing practices like this and learning to zone out and tune out the distractions, you'll find that you learn to cope better with everyday situations. Anything that makes you anxious, nervous, or uncomfortable is okay, because it means that you're alive and you're experiencing emotion. But if those feelings are making you feel negative, we need to learn to turn those around. You are capable of feeling confident and happy in any situation that you're put in. You are a confident, kind person, and you don't need any negative thoughts or self-doubt. There have been moments in your life where you've doubted yourself, haven't there? That's completely normal. I think from being in an online generation, we're fine-tuned into over-analysing all of these negative emotions, when actually it's quite normal to experience highs and lows. But what's really important, and the thing we should be focusing on, is not allowing those negative thoughts to overwhelm the positive, because that can put us in a spiralling headspace. It can affect things like your sleep, your attitude, and just everyday life. So remember in these moments to just focus on yourself and what you're doing and what you're grateful for. Feeling those thoughts now out of your mind, got a nice empty space. And this is a space that you can not only fill with those 3 things that you're grateful for today, but you can fill with any other lovely memories and thoughts. Again, when we do find ourselves in even just stress situations, we tend to hyper-focus on the negative, when in fact what we need to do is we need to unlock our little positivity door in our mind, and we need to focus on the good. And remember that it's okay to experience stress and negativity, but we can also experience positivity, and we can use the good to knock away the bad and calm ourselves down in those stressful times. Now, I know everything that I'm saying to you can possibly be quite overwhelming. I think at any time when you have somebody speaking to you, telling you things like this, especially when you're feeling quite overwhelmed, this alone can be quite overwhelming in the mind. And if you're unable to think of any of these things that you're grateful for, or you're unable to fully push out those negative or stress thoughts, that's completely fine. Just being here right now in this safe, calm, cozy little space that we've created, you've already taken such a huge step. As I mentioned at the start, we lead such busy, intense lives. And even if you're someone who isn't particularly active socially, or maybe you don't even have a very busy job, or maybe you don't work at all, whatever your life circumstance is, don't ever compare it to someone else's. You're entitled to feel how you want to feel. And it's okay, no matter what you're doing, to feel the way that you feel. Never ever let others put you down or make you believe that you should be feeling a certain way. Lots of people's answer when they say they're feeling a little bit stressed to someone, the other will often reply, just get out for a walk, make a nice cup of tea, go to the cinema. And whilst these are lovely suggestions, often those are mere distractions, and what we need to be working on is a little bit deeper. And once we learn to really manage how we're feeling, those things don't become distractions. They just become nice things that we can enjoy. And I think that's rather nice and a rather good thing to aim for. I want you to focus right now on something that's potentially a little bit difficult. And I know I said all you need to do is listen to my voice, and you can completely just do that. But if you want to join in, then that would also be lovely. What I want you to do is focus on 3 emotions that you feel when you feel a little bit overwhelmed. And I want you not only to think about the 3 emotions you feel, but I want you to focus on how it makes your actual physical being feel. Does it make you feel tense and tight? Do you experience things like headaches? I want you to focus in on how you feel right now. I'll give you a moment to do that. It can be quite hard, can't it? Just take your time. It's fine. It's all okay. It's all okay. Hopefully you got something in your mind. Okay, good. Now, I can already sense that just thinking of these things are making you feel a little bit uncomfortable. I think whenever we have to zone in on something negative, it can make us hyper-focus on these feelings. But it's okay to experience them time to time. But now what I want you to do is I want you to picture how nice you would feel if you weren't feeling these 3 things right now. I want you to almost picture the opposite of every single emotion that you've picked. So if you feel tense, I want you to feel relaxed, and I want you to let your body relax and unwind. Loosen those shoulders, loosen those wrists and those fingers, wiggle those toes. Let everything feel just loose and relaxed. If you feel quite angry, I want you to feel happy and enthusiastic and positive. And I want you to imagine yourself walking into a room really confidently and feeling really, really good. Try and focus on these feelings right now and bring them right to the forefront of your mind. The mind is such a powerful tool. Sometimes when we are trying to change and feel a certain way, we can often find ourselves tensing up. And in fact, what we should do is walk our way through trying to feel a different way. And using this tool in our minds to actually almost picture ourselves feeling better, not just mentally but physically, can be such a wonderful tool. And you're doing so well. Think about if you're struggling in the moments in your life where you have felt really good, really relaxed, really happy, really confident. Think about all those times. What did your body language look like? How did you feel? Think about all these really positive thoughts and bring them to the forefront of your mind. You're doing so well. And allow all that positivity to almost bubble up inside you. It feels so nice, so effortless. And just in these few moments, think of all the things that you've been able to do. You've started to clear your mind of all these negative thoughts. You've started to learn to block out the distractions. You've tuned in to my voice. You're still here. You're still listening. You're still actively taking an interest in how you feel. Because sometimes you can think of others so much and you can forget about yourself, can't you? It's so easily done. We tend to fixate on how we're perceived by others. And sometimes that can affect us and change how we are. And in fact, we just need to learn to be our authentic, true selves. I don't believe in a thing such as flaws. I think we're all characters who have a range of things about us. Some of them more positive, some of them less favourable, shall we say. But as long as we learn to recognise some of the less favourable ones, and perhaps not impart them on others too much, then I think we're doing a pretty good job. You're such a wonderful person. You have so much going for you. And I honestly believe that even if you're in a place right now, or even if it's the smallest thing, like you're just struggling to relax at the end of the day, or perhaps something stronger, like you've been struggling with anxiety or worse. Whatever you're going through right now, big or small, you can cope with it. And you are so much stronger than you think, aren't you? So much stronger than you think. The world will sometimes try and put you down. And this isn't me preaching to you at all, but it will. It will try and put you down, and I don't want it to put you down. You are such a good, kind person with so much to offer. Imagine letting that go to waste. And the way you let it go to waste is you don't work on yourself like you're working on yourself right now. You don't take the time for self-care. You spend so much time focused on what you're doing and what your friends, family, whoever are doing. You don't focus on yourself enough. And it's not about being selfish. It's about just learning to take care of yourself like you would take care of your mum, your dad, your friend, your loved one. It's being kind to yourself and learning that it's okay to not be able to sleep sometimes. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. It's okay to sometimes not like your job. It's okay to sometimes not like your partner or your family or your friends. It's okay to feel negative. But you know that you can overcome all of these things. And you have so much positivity and light in your life. And whenever you find yourself in a more frustrated headspace, you know from just these few minutes doing this with me right now that you can zone in, you can relax, and you can tune out distractions. Look how well you've done. You focused on me for all this time. And that's not easy. It's not easy to focus on anyone for a length of time longer than a couple of minutes. Think how well you've done, and think how you could use this in your everyday life. Think about that next meeting. Think about how sometimes you zone out. What if you switched yourself on a little bit and contributed? Think how good that may feel to you. Or think about how sometimes you become maybe a bit distracted or bored when you're exercising or working out. Think about how if you tuned your mind into how good you feel if you ran that extra mile. All these little things. It's all about tuning out not only the physical distractions around you, but the distractions that are going on in here. You're doing so well. You're feeling relaxed and calm and collected. You're feeling happy, ready to take on the next day. You're feeling like whenever you do decide to sleep, you're going to get a really, really good night's sleep. And you're feeling happy and positive about what's to come. Because you are in complete control. You've got this 100%. Don't ever let anybody else tell you that you haven't got this, because you have. And there have been so many times in the past where you've had that self-doubt, you've had that negativity, and you've overcome it. And if you've ever had a scenario where you haven't overcome it, now, and from now on, you're going to. You're going to feel so much better, so much more confident, so much more positive, beaming this radiance that is within you right now. That gorgeous smile, those lovely eyes. You have so much to offer. You're so kind and thoughtful. And by doing this right now, by focusing, tuning in, you're being kind to yourself. You're working on yourself. You only have one body, one mind in this lifetime. It's your home. Why would you ever want to be unkind to your home? You want to really love your home. You won't want to go home to your home and for it to be a horrible space. So learn to take the time to love your home, to love who you are. Learn that everything is going to be okay. And as I've said previously, everything will be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. So I want you to take a nice deep breath for me. Good. And again. And again. Good. Everything's okay. Everything is completely okay. You're in a completely safe space. Your breathing is focused. Your energy is good. And whether you believe in energies or auras or any of this stuff, just know that right now you're emitting a really great positive energy. You're looking good, you're feeling good, you're feeling happy and positive and calm and relaxed. You've tuned out all those distractions. You don't need them, do you? No, you don't need distractions. All you needed was this time to feel happy and positive and calm and relaxed. This time to feel refreshed and renewed and full of this new lease of life. You have done so well. And I know that every time you need to focus a little bit, you need to harness that power within, you're going to come back here. And you're going to learn to pause, relax, refresh, tune out all those distractions, because you don't need them. And you've got those skills within you, you've got those skills to tune everything out, to focus, to harness that power of calm and control and relaxation. And I know that whenever you need to harness that power, you're going to, because you are amazing. You are kind and caring and a wonderful person, and you do not need any negativity in your life. You don't need any stress. You don't need to be focused on anything else. Because right now, right here, it's all about you. And that feels nice, doesn't it? Feels really nice, I reckon. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you just to close your eyes. When you're ready, it's absolutely fine. Just close your eyes. Wonderful. And all we're going to do right now is we're going to bring our minds to this lovely, relaxed, wonderful place. And we're going to do a very, very, very gentle countdown. We're going to count down from 50. And depending on where you are and how you're feeling, at the end of our countdown you may choose to rest and go to sleep, or you may choose to feel refreshed and get up and get ready for the day. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I trust that you will do it well. So, let's start. 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, You've got this. Always. Believe in yourself because you are amazing. And I'll be here whenever you need a little reminder of that. Bye bye for now.